Hey everybody, I hope everyone is ready for an awesome weekend, but before that, let's see what happened this week in Hearthstone. Patch 30.4.3 launched on Thursday, and that was yesterday, and it was just a small patch. It was more important and more expansive for Battlegrounds, but I know every time I make a Battlegrounds videos, you guys are not a fan of it, so we're just going to talk about Standard, and we're going to talk about, traditional Hearthstone cards, what was changed, and just discuss it for a second. We saw it. If you haven't seen it yet, Portalmancer Skyla got a little bit of a nerf, and Cephalopods got a little bit of a nerf. And the conversation was this patch is focused on adjustments to the mini set. We have another patch window in a few weeks between expansion announcement and launch. So we're going to talk about the new expansion pretty soon. Pretty excited about that. Plan to look at the meta more broadly during that scope of time. Mini set introduced a major outlier, Big Spell Mage. That is an understatement. Although some players enjoy the play pattern, this deck causes frustration due to how prevalent it is and how early it can get to its power spike. The goal of these changes is to push back the average big spell turn a bit and to shave a little power from the deck while allowing it to keep its core functionality. So, I'm looking at some of the data. I know it's early. I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but I don't think this was it. It went from 5 mana to 6 mana. And listen, you could put this at 7 mana, and I don't think it's going to clear it up. One turn less is just one less turn to get smoked, if you will. Cephalopods going from a 5/6 to a 4/4. No one cares how much health and how much attack this has. You could make this a 1/1 and no one's going to care. It's the effect that's being hit. It's the play pattern that's being played in this deck. I don't know. I'm looking at it and I'm like, we'll dig into it a little bit. And then Turbulus got changed. I'm excited about this. Turbulus I thought was an awesome card. Let's see what happens here for it going one less. I think we might see some play with that. I didn't look at the details to that. I did not do it. I just want to give that some time. And remember, I'm not being a negative Nancy. This is just us talking the last 24 hours from this. So we see here Demon Hunter, when I talked on Monday about the win rates and everything, Demon Hunter was still number 1, I believe. So Mage didn't go anything crazy. And I just pulled up HS Replay's data for just the past 24 hours because the patch has been out by the time. Yeah, it was definitely out for 24 hours. And look, Big Spell Mage is right here. It didn't move the needle at all, really, in my opinion. It changed a little tiny bit. Okay, so bear with me. It changed a little tiny bit. Look, the popularity dipped a little bit, but it was already starting to decline a couple of days before. Maybe it's because they, talked about the patches a couple of days earlier, what have you, but the win rate is not going that crazy. It's going from a 62% to a 60%. It's not it's not bad. I'll take a 60% win rate every day of the week. And what happened with this patch, Portalmancer is still the biggest one of the mini set cards, and the rest are just, there's not much going on here. 1%, 1%, 1%, 0.9%, 0.8%, 0.4%. There's cards that are just not being played except for, the memes, if you will. Portalmancer Skyla is still just... It's a little dip right here in terms of popularity. It's a little dip. It goes from 11.82 to 9%. Not that big of a deal. The win rate goes down just a little tiny bit. 65.17 to 64. It's not changing. So yeah, I don't feel that these changes to Cephalopods and Portalmancer Skyla is enough, maybe. Now listen, also, I don't see it super prevalent in the meta as much. Maybe it's because I'm not like right there in, bronze to gold. It's not crazy. I'm fine with all of the pieces that they're doing. I'm fine with their decisions. I'm okay with what they're doing. They see the numbers that we don't. The HS replay data is based on everybody has a deck tracker. It doesn't mean that, these are the be-all, end-all, and these are statistics. It's just, they know what's going on here, but I don't know why it was just a mana change with this. I don't know why this one was just, oh, let's go ahead and make it easier to kill. This is never the problem. I'd love to know why this was the change on Cephalopods. I just don't see it. It could have been an 8 mana, a 1/1, and I think it would still be fine. Because it's just that crazy effect that casts while drawn of the big spells that you already have in your hand anyway. It just makes no sense. These are available for full dust refunds. Obviously, you can go ahead and do that if you want to. I'm not dusting them because I still think that I don't personally like this deck, but I don't want to dust my cards. Also, wanted to go over really quick too. Like I said, there was a lot of notes with Battlegrounds or whatnot, and if that's your thing, go take a look. Battlegrounds is awesome. It's been doing great. Every update they do, I feel it gets better. Supposedly, Leapfrog is going to be out pretty soon, so get your Leapfrog on before it disappears. I'll leave a note in the description of the patches notes here. But look at this. Twist schedule update. Twist is returning in December with patch 31.2. So December, we're not going to see it. We're going to hit October in 3 days. We're not going to see Twist for like a couple of months now. 31.2, the first major content patch after the next expansion launch. It will return for 3 consecutive seasons based on the Wonders format. And the Wonders format, based on the launch data from before, it was, that they'll be going ahead and having from Legacy, not core or classic cards, through Mean Streets of Gadgets on, plus the Cavern in Time set. I'll leave the link in the description for this breakdown. To me, Wonders format was never fun. Give me those heroes again. That was the best one, and I know, listen, fun is subjective, and, you put 100 people in the room and ask them what their favorite part of Hearthstone is, they're all going to give you a different answer there. But to me, I don't see this. The mode is just not that great to be off and on and off and on and off and on, and then off more than on. We're not going to have this for multiple months. How are we supposed to get excited about this? And how are we supposed to be happy with the fact is we spent cards, money for cards, months ago when this format, Caverns of Time, first came out. It just, to me, the Wonders format is just wild with extra steps. That's me. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe we'll see some changes after the first of the year. Maybe, let's see. So December, January, February. Maybe after February, they've got something super planned. In Team 5, I trust. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, like I said. I'm just trying to talk about, what's going on and what my feelings are for these changes and what have you. And also, listen, I don't know if you've seen it. If you're following anybody on social media that's in the Hearthstone space, Clark Helmstream, Cantaloupe, Ridiculous Hat. There's like 7 or 8 content creators that have been filming stuff or doing stuff on the Blizzard campus this week. So maybe we'll get to see something pretty soon. New expansion, we should hear about that very soon, couple of weeks or what have you. I'm very excited about that. Any new expansion is a good thing for me. But yeah, I really want to know what you guys think about these changes. I've been quiet for a couple of days, but I'm back and I'm going to be playing over the weekend. We'll see how much Big Spell Mage is prevalent when I'm playing, but I'll also be playing Battlegrounds as well. Let me know your thoughts. See you in the next video.